I am not a son of a bitch. Anyway.
Hello, everyone.
This
is Immaterial Gamer.
Yeah, let's go on this.
Let's start
Yeah.
the new podcast. My name is Darius, and I'm your host today.
Whoa!
Oh my god, it is a takeover.
Whoa! Darius, you're a good friend and all, but no. This is the one thing I get to do.
And hello and welcome to the podcast. I am Stefan, also known as Master Mini 113. And how are you all out today?
Oh my god! Right. Before
And I'm Geoff Vader. I'm not the host, but I'm also here. I'm also known as Duncan.
Yeah, Jesus, right.
There we go. We've all introduced ourselves before the host is
I mean, really, aren't we all hosts in a way? Aren't all four of us kind of like co-hosts?
Yeah,
but once we start doing this face to face, if Ryan ever makes enough money for this, it'll always start on Ryan's face with me throwing a pie at it.
Oh, thanks.
I have to
Hi
get
everyone. I'm also Ryan. You know, I'm that guy.
He's the tag along.
That guy, and this
He's
as
some
as
guy
was
we
said
found.
as was said by my three co-hosts, this is the Immaterial Gamers podcast.
Co-hosts.
Which we are.
We're the three hosts. You're the co-host.
Oh right, I'm the guest now.
Yep. Three hosts, one guest,
and editor.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Okay,
Editor in chief, even.
Yeah, sure. Right. Anyway, 18th of the 11th of November.
But for you Americans,
18th of November.
11/18.
Yeah. So it's that point in November, and a week where we have been horrified.
Bye.
Who has seen the Detective Pikachu movie trailer?
Oh, that looks
I haven't
awesome.
seen the trailer.
How are you being
But I have seen lots of
terrified
still
by
images.
No, it looks the sort of story-wise and the way it goes, and Ryan Reynolds and everything else. It
looks
offensive. It is offensive that it is that good. But there's something. The bit that horrifies me is the texture of the Pokemon.
it's fluffy.
I love the bit with Mr. Mine. That was the best bit of it, where they're interrogating Mr. Mine.
He told you to shove it. But so the week where the Detective Pikachu trailer comes out, as well as Pokemon Let's Go, Eevee and Pikachu. Which
Is that holding the new generation, or is that just...
It is a mainline Pokemon game.
Okay, so it is
Just to confirm, it is a mainline Pokemon game. It's a reboot of Yellow with Pokemon Go mechanics added.
Oh, so it's a reboot of Yellow with Eevee
weird.
or Pikachu.
Correct.
I don't want it. I want to go home.
You are home.
Oh, no, I want to go home. I don't want to be on this planet anymore.
Right, should we initiate the vote to kick Stefan then?
Yeah. So okay, yeah. So an
I want a
initiation to kick
Pikachu.
Stefan has been added. Yeah. So just in case.
I second.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
Deadpool is Pikachu. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing that happened in the news. Rip Stan Lee. Which happened, to be honest, on the same freaking day.
Oh, do you think it's related?
What, Nintendo took his life?
No, Stan Lee saw Detective Pikachu's fur and thought, well,
That's it.
Excelsior, I am gone.
It's too real.
Yeah, no, that was the
Go
other
back
thing
to
I
the
saw.
comic book world.
Yeah, I saw on a Twitter feed, actually, someone had posted a picture that said, considering Deadpool is the only Marvel character to know that he's in a comic, he would therefore be the only Marvel comic character to understand that Stan Lee's dead.
True.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's very depressing.
So,
I never would have thought.
in the next Deadpool, is he going to make a reference to it?
I mean, this is
possible.
even if they're going to do another Deadpool.
I can see a scene with
man.
Deadpool walking around the cemetery and like patting the gravestone with Stan Lee on it. See you later. Something like "See you later, buddy."
Maybe, yeah, and then he just looks at the camera and he goes, well, that's done.
Wait, don't
Let's do
Deadpool
this.
actually want to die half the time? So wouldn't he just be like, one day I might join you?
Yeah, something
It'd
like
be
that.
really sad if like he did like a fourth wall break and he's like, well, there you go, that's your Stan Lee cameo. I hope you're happy. Yeah, it's just like,
God.
Oh, I could see that
my
as well.
heart.
Yeah.
I knew I'd get him in this film.
Oh, Jesus.
One last time.
Still,
Old friend.
Favorite Stan Lee cameo is the fact that he's hosting a strip club. So you know.
I prefer the one in which the one I prefer? I forgot.
This is the point where we just throw films at Stefan until he finds the right one.
My favorite one, actually, it's not a great movie, but I actually really like the Stan Lee cameo in Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, where he drinks Thor's super liquor and gets shit-faced.
Excelsior. Which one, Steph? Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, either of the Amazing Spider-Man films?
I've never watched Spider-Man Homecoming.
Wow.
I get to the point where they're doing the spoiler alert, if no one's watched it. The point where they're doing the arms deal under the bridge, and I'm so bored at that point, I turn it over.
So literally on the beginning.
What?
Yeah, in like the first half an hour of the film.
Oh, that's the Marvel police. Just
I'm over here.
My house.
Are we talking too much about Stan Lee? Are they gonna get us?
Nah, it's just you can't say a bad thing about Spider-Man Homecoming. I thought it was all right.
It was
I
boring as hell. It starts off so slow. It's like, we know he's Spider-Man, we know he's got this nice tech suit, just do something with it. No, half an hour into the film. What does this do? Yeah, I'm bored.
Yeah, okay. Fair. But at least it's better than another fucking origin story.
It's better than most Marvel films, I
it.
assume.
We get it. You got bit by a spider. Get over it.
That's Sony. That's not Marvel.
Oh.
Sony is the ones who are like, hey look, he's been bitten again and again and again and again. Okay, how many times have we done this?
What if for legal reasons Marvel had to change the origin story, so it's like he didn't get bit by a spider.
He got shot by a spider.
He ate the spider.
By a spider.
Wait, he's just in an alleyway.
With like a tiny little pistol, holding it sideways like gangster style.
Oh, that's what he did. He basically killed Uncle Ben and him at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the spider is the killer.
What about the origin of Spider-Pig?
Spider-Pig.
Hey, well, we're kind of getting that in. Well, they kind of got that, didn't they? In was it Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, I think it's released next week or so.
If it isn't already released.
Yeah.
Wasn't that actually a cartoon series before it became the film?
No, it's an animated film.
No, that's what I mean. It's an animated film, but wasn't it a TV show before it became a film? The whole Spider universe. Because I know there's been games about it already.
Oh yeah, the way they do the Ultimate Spider-Man sort of thing was how they kind of did that. But there's just a lot of Spider-Man.
And women. Don't be sexist.
All right. Don't tell me about being sexist.
I have to.
Anyway.
You got blonde hair and ginger skin.
Yeah, 12 minutes maybe around there of
waffling about Marvel, talking about Marvel stuff. We've got Marvel crazy.
It's relevant. It's relevant. Stan Lee died. When Stan Lee dies, all pop culture is relevant.
Yeah.
So who has to die for it to happen again?
Morgan Freeman.
Peter Jackson.
Morgan Freeman dies, and I'm talking about everything Morgan Freeman. I swear to God. I'm talking about Batman.
Morgan Freeman's a touchy subject anyway.
DC comes out.
DC actually went and did a tribute to Stan Lee, which was interesting.
Did they? I've not seen this.
Yeah, they did a tribute to Stan Lee about how the fact that they, in their eyes, he and the Marvel DC feud and stuff like that sort of got comics to where it was now.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, yeah, if it wasn't for Stan Lee, there wouldn't have been the golden age and sort of comics as a whole from there. So, yeah, DC, as much as they were the rival comic house to Marvel, owe a lot to him.
Okay, Marvel was started by Stan Lee. Who started DC?
You know what? That is a big one. I mean, you wouldn't really say that that Stan Lee started Marvel. He was
one of the main creators of the characters. He did not literally started.
Yeah, he wasn't a founder.
Yeah, the company that became Marvel existed before Stan Lee actually started working there, but like Stan Lee kind of took over at one point or another. He started off just like as like an editor or something, and eventually became a writer, and eventually like the head of the company when the previous head left or passed away or something. I can't remember what happened to him.
Yeah, it's like sort of him and Jack Kirby, wasn't it? Really, as the
so
the big names for that. And that whereas I'm looking quickly about the sort of DC, and there isn't really any sort of one major take, though sort of big names in that would have been Alan Moore and stuff like that, but for the sort of the darker tones of the DC universe. But Frank Miller, those big guys. But nothing. See, that's the thing. You could ask me to name sort of writers of DC stuff, and I'd just go, what? Whereas Marvel, you could straight away. Stanley, Kirby, others. But now that we've had our bit of trivia for the day,
R.I.P.
The more you know,
the less you care.
Yeah, basically. Right, who has played anything really nice?
I don't know
Played
about
anything really nice. I mean, that's a bit of a vague statement. Are you the one who decides what is nice and what is not nice now?
No. I was just trying to see if it's just going to be a really quick game we've played this week, because I know I haven't played much new.
I've not played much now.
Well,
But I am looking at a new game at the minute that I am looking at getting.
Tell us about it, Stefan.
It's called Eco.
Yeah. Eco?
Yeah. Basically, it's a survival build / farming, hunting. Bit like Minecrafty, but not blocker.
Sounds like
Right.
Stefan.
And
Yeah.
but it's the you have to be one with the environment, one with the planet. And after 30 days, a meteor will hit the planet. If you're not far enough, you will die. If you're too far, you may have killed the planet yourself.
Wait, what?
If you cut down trees and start making air pollution, you damage the environment. You start killing off trees and plants and animals. If you kill all of one of the species of animals that's on your planet, you destroy the ecosystem. It all has a direct impact of, if you take all this wood, it will do this to your planet. If you take that, it will also do this and this. Everything you do in that game, it affects the whole world.
And how does the meteor play into this?
I'm not actually sure. I've just watched one stream of it at the minute, but I know there's a meteor that hits your planet after 30 days.
So, like, the more you pollute the planet, the more the meteor dislikes you and gets closer and closer to you.
Yeah, the further you get into the game, the more angry the meteor gets, until it's about an hour away, and then you go, yeah, I'm turning off the server.
Yeah, well, it's like if you pollute the planet a lot, it'll hit you directly, like right on top. But if you're a good boy and environmentally friendly, it'll be like on the other side of the planet. So you're like, yeah, you'll be fine.
And by the looks of it, the meteor's in real time, so our time, not game time.
So you could not do anything, and this meteor's still going to hit you in 30 days.
Yeah.
That sounds stressful. I have a really hard time with like world timer games where it's like you have so much time to play this game before everyone dies.
Before like the world gets reset. A lot of servers do that nowadays, to be honest. They'll let you like have a run for it for like 3 months, do whatever you want, and then they'll reset the whole server for you to do all again.
God, I'd feel you'd be very stressed, Duncan, with Half Minute Hero.
I don't know what that is.
It's a very, very quick, like, roguelike RPG game. But the reason it's called Half Minute Hero is because you kind of have...
Half minute, literally.
Yeah, you have 30 seconds.
So you're saying I have half a minute to be a hero?
Yeah.
I guess it's all in the title, isn't it?
Yeah, so the big bad will take over, like, and the game will be over in 30 seconds. So you have to basically do as much as you can in that 30 seconds. Ultimate stress. Ultimate stress. Other stuff like that is the two games of 60 seconds and 60 parsecs.
Oh, this game Eco was actually kickstarted.
Ah. There seems to be a few Kickstarter games. I mean, be cautious.
It was in 2015. It was released as a beta version. I'm assuming you all got copies for that. And I think at the minute it's in its alpha form.
Alpha is first, beta is second.
Yeah, current status alpha is released and open for players. It's been funded on a number of things actually. Funded for education. It's been successfully funded on Kickstarter as well. Games for Change. It's been promoted by them. And
Games
PAX
for Change,
Prime
was that?
Award.
Right, so it's been funded in multiple places,
Yes.
and yet it's still early access.
Well,
You can still buy the game. You can buy the game and get access to it now if you wanted, in the early access. And it's quite expensive, to be honest, because let's say if I wanted U4 to play with me, it'll cost me $100.
Yeah, that's right there. That's the concern. When does this become the next Star Citizen?
I was gonna say it sounds like Star Citizen.
So if you know what I mean, it's like this stuff is just money hemorrhaging into this product, and you say it's been going for 3 years already, and it's in
Alpha.
That's I can understand where you're looking forward to it, and certainly the concept seems sound, but yeah, it's that sort of that modern day, this modern situation. Like they say, the Star Citizen fiasco. We can call it a fiasco now, really, can't we?
Well, from the
Sure.
end user perspective, definitely, because well, the game's supposed to be here like I don't know 2-3 years ago.
Yeah. And we've got more modules being built while others are remaining unfinished. But don't worry, you get to play it free for 8 days.
I can't see this game stopping being developed, seeing that I think they're going to start doing it in schools and shit as well. As a form of learning the ecosystem.
That is more... I guess that's more like it. If they're going to make it an educational tool, if it's designed as an educational tool, I know that Minecraft is one that is used as an educational basis, but it was never
Designed for it.
Minecraft's used as a art basis. A lot of art, and I think some schools are using it in art classes and shit like that for the kids. The school
a lot
have
of
their
it's
own
sort of
private server.
Yeah, educational tools again. I mean, really, it was only a couple of years ago that it ended up being a game again.
To be honest, I can't wait for Dungeons to come out. I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. So there was a case of looking forward to a game there from Steph. Duncan?
I played a game called Speedrunners.
Speedrunners.
Does anyone know what that is?
I've heard this, but I've never played it, and I've never watched any of it. I've heard of it.
Sort of platformy racing.
Yes, essentially it's like a
Game,
2D platform racer, where essentially your objective is to outrun the other people in your race to the point where their body goes like off screen, at which point they explode and die.
You can race on train tracks and shit like that, and have trains coming through. I'm assuming you can get hit by the trains and shit.
You run through a continuously looping map, and after a while, if no one dies, the screen starts to get smaller, so you have a hard time seeing what's coming up. It's easier to kill people, etc., etc. You can use power-ups and items to slow your enemies down or impede them in various ways, or help yourself. And it's a very simple game, but it is quite fun. I've been playing it a lot with my sister and my stepfather over the last weekend.
Who was winning?
I do like this when I'm just looking at Google for speedruns. It's like people always search for move or die. And Battle Block Theatre.
Right.
It's sort of like, hello.
See, for what that game reminds me of, it reminds me of like a Jackbox game. But I know Jackbox is bringing out a new one soon.
Jackbox has already brought out their new party pack.
Have they?
Yeah,
Jackbox
Party
5.
Pack 5.
Ah.
Yeah, which includes You Don't Know Jack Series 2. of which not only do you have Cookie as one of the hosts, it's the premise of You Don't Know Jack 2 this time is it's set in a fake social media hub. So you've got famous voices from the interwebs in there as well, like the wrestler Xavier Woods.
Who?
He's a big pro wrestler, but he's also a big esports, gamey, adjacent person now. But he's yeah. I don't know if he'll be credited as Xavier Woods or Austin Creed. It doesn't really matter, but he's still one of the big voices of the You Don't Know Jack.
You don't know Jack.
No, I don't know Jack.
Who is Jack?
I watch too much QI, so I know bits of Jack.
But yeah. So how good are you at the speedrunners?
I think I'm pretty okay for the most part. My biggest weakness is grappling. One of the big mechanics is using a grappling hook to maneuver around certain obstacles. My grappling skills are poor.
Aha.
I'm quite good at wall jumping. I'm probably the best out of our group at wall jumping. But yeah,
A combination of the two really would make you sort of the best.
Yeah, if you can get grappling and wall jumping down, you're pretty much golden. Everything else is simple enough.
Okie dokie. God, I'm just looking at it. Apparently it's been out for a few years.
Yeah, it's been around since like 2013. It's actually just recently celebrated its 5th anniversary.
Nice. It's something we'll have to.
Check.
It's something that I've watched some of the speedrun stuff. Generally, it's been a big Achievement Hunter one. But
I've not watched any Achievement Hunter on that.
they've done.
Achievement Hunter did some speedrunners back when it came out.
Yeah. They usually sort of pop it again. I think it recently may have had a roulette's play. Yeah, does look fun. Something that we should even try, because I can see that it said that it's does local play and online.
Yeah, you can do online play. We can give it a try. It does get a little weird when there's lag, so it's important that we have as good a connection as possible.
Yeah, but
make sure your net's per set. All that.
Yeah, cool. No worries. Darius.
Yeah, man.
It's your turn, my friend.
Right, so what I wasn't playing much. However, I was kind of carry on playing Red Dead Redemption
2.
Red Dead Redemption. Cowboy Simulator.
Yes, Space
GTA
Simulator.
Simulator.
GTA Simulator, as we established last week.
Yeah.
GTA with poopy horses.
So, last week I received a question from Stefan. Is it a 60-hour game?
Yes.
My answer to it is yes and no.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, because you have to travel from A to B to C.
You can fast travel.
You can't.
That involves that. Yes, you can.
Not really. You can do, but it's not as open as you think it is. It's rubbish. It's literally rubbish.
You heard it here first, guys. Red Dead Redemption 2, it's rubbish.
You know, I'd be concerned, because if we had a big audience, we'd have raving Rockstar fanboys lashing out.
I mean, fast traveling is rubbish. I just mean the fast traveling is bad.
Oh, right, okay.
Why? Because you can only you can only do it to a set.
Yes, that's kind of my point. You have to ride your horse to the nearest station, get on the train, and then get to the another town, and then ride
that dog agrees.
Ride your horse again to the place where you want to be. And sometimes the places where you have to be are so remote, so far away, that fast traveling doesn't really help. You literally have, for me, from my point of view anyway, you have like 20-30 hours of story and 20-30 hours of riding the horse and hitting the tree.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to get the game. I'm going to be ass putting it in the PlayStation, because I'd rather get it on my PlayStation. And I'm going to prove you wrong.
What, that it's not going to be a 60-hour game?
No, that I can fast travel as easy as hell.
Well, if you want to go and make a monetary a monetary test on that. Note that I will not recompense you.
Or you can just wait another week until I finish the game.
That too.
Yeah, you could do that.
But then I want my own copy anyway because I want Red Dead Redemption.
Sure, shiny, unsealed, still in its plastic.
No, I might do that. and then borrow Darius.
I could just picture
Well-
that. I could just
Well,
picture it.
unless I'm doing something terribly wrong.
No, there's times I've borrowed games off you, Ryan, and
Mm.
I've got it, and I just can't be asked opening it.
Wow. Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so so we've got to that point where we've answered the question:
About
is it a 60-hour game?
Yeah.
Kind of, and not.
yeah, you have 60 hours. You definitely can spend 60 hours on the game, especially if you want a platinum, etc. That's fine, but I mean those horse riding things are bad.
I know people have played 2 days straight just to complete the story itself, nothing to do with side story.
Yeah.
I know people have played 2 days straight.
But yeah. Yes. Is it? The main question I think it kind of got brought up last week, but is it as open? Is it an open world, or is it just a giant map?
It's just a giant map.
Mm.
It's empty. It's
Lifeless.
yeah.
Not like Eco, which has a planet and you can see it on your map. And it can take
Yep,
you
and
10 minutes to rotate around the whole thing.
Yep, and you can see your Majora's Mask meteor coming in and going, "Hi guys, wabam."
Hi guys, bye guys! Nice
Yeah.
meeting you!
Does it have the Majora's Mask moon, that grimace that just stares at you as it's about to destroy it?
No, it's
That moon was scary.
the moon and the sun looks the same as ours.
Oh, cool.
And there's
Fair enough.
deers, rabbits, and bison.
So yeah, you have literally a vast space of emptiness in this game, of grass, literally, and maybe some animals if you care to kill them.
What did you expect from the year it was put in and in the middle of a Mexican desert?
A more gameplay
Well,
value.
right. That almost sounds like the defending of a barren place.
Well, the problem I have with that is that, yes, okay, as far as, realism and immersion goes, it makes sense that the Wild West would be full of, fuck all, because it's the Wild West. There's nothing in it. But at the same time, it's a video game. It's take creative liberties. Make a game that is fun to play by putting stuff in it, even if it might not make as much sense, or you might have to compact some spaces together to make it less realistic but more enjoyable.
Because literally, right now I am on beginning the third chapter, and I'm already bored, and I'm thinking I might play another hour or two today, and that's me for the whole game.
Ooh.
If that's you for the whole game, I'll borrow it. Can I borrow it?
That's literally what I'm thinking of doing, because
that's the thing. GTA, yeah, that has the open world.
yes,
And I know people are going to go, yeah, but that's set in modern day. Yeah, but it's also set in a city with living, breathing people that you can immediately bounce off the bonnet of your car.
yes.
But there's stuff going on. There's radio stations. There's stuff like that.
I'm sorry,
And
Ryan.
not to mention,
I'm sorry the
even as far as
horses
just
didn't
travel,
have radios.
You
I mean,
had
even just as far as travel exploration goes, it's it's they give you a way of getting around pretty quickly.
you had races in GTA, isn't it? You could jump in and have a race with others.
Yeah.
Yes, because
now,
that's what you want to do on your horse.
Yeah, why not? I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
Even Witcher 3, which is right now 5-year-old game, had races on the horse. And it wasn't that empty. It was literally every 30 seconds of horse ride. There was stuff to do.
That's because it's set in a fantasy world, not a goddamn desert.
It's not a desert. But yeah.
here's the thing. If you were going to be setting it in a desert, narrow the scope a little bit. Look, this comes back. I was discussing this with someone at work earlier on this week. Best open world I've seen in a long time, and it's funny because I agree with with a guy on the internet about it. Yakuza. The world in Yakuza is set in a small district in Japan.
Yeah.
It's tiny, but it's a big open world game because there is so much to do in this small space. It is packed, and we mean so much stuff to do in an actual, activity, side stories, stuff like that. Not the Ubisoft. There's so much to do in the form of there's 8,000 pickups. So
Yeah, I don't. It's kind of like making a short point, or just to pack all the things up in one sentence, like thing. I would say, if you make a game in like Stefan said, a desert, fine, set it up in the desert, but make everything nice and close together, so it feels more like a complete linear kind of story, not like you are forced to literally travel 5 minutes to one place and then 5 minutes to another.
Well, I'm sorry you don't like nature.
No, open world doesn't mean square yardage. I can see Darius's point straight off.
Yeah, but they've tried making it as realistic as possible from the map that they have of that area. You can't say that is not the map of the whole area. It is almost identical to the area it should be in, with all its cities and towns in the exact area. If you made it any smaller, you may as well have just skipped over to the next. I'm going to the next town and skip over.
But the point we're making is that like the very idea of going to that length to make it that realistic in the first place is in itself the biggest flaw
of the game.
To me, it's not. I prefer that.
No, everyone's got their own points. Like I say, I.
It's still quite okay game. Don't take me wrong. I'm not saying I'm giving 1 out of 10. No way.
No. We've already done your review. It's rubbish. Remember? Quotation mark.
No, the horse riding, the traveling is rubbish.
Yeah, we'll get that as a box text on an advert somewhere. It's just 30 hours of fucking horse riding. Immaterial gamers.
Well, and killing the horse while riding it because you flip on a small rock.
See, to me, this is just becoming a bad horse rider.
Yeah, well, that was mentioned, wasn't it? Last week. Yeah. How to ride your horse. All right, cool. All right, so we shall be moving on. I guess I'll just make a very, very quick what game I've been playing.
I thought you were going to do a sponsorship, and now I'm thinking, where the hell did we get this from?
Right, yeah. Hold on, ideas above station. Function over form. No, what have I been playing? More Tetris Effect, because I love my Tetris. More Warframe. Let's say playing Fortuna like we did last week. Which is all fun. And now that Cryptic have fixed their game, I've been playing more Neverwinter.
Well, you don't know it was never broken to begin with.
It was never fixed. Any more Never jokes while we're here? Never gonna give you up. Sorry, I had to.
Never gonna let you go.
Yeah, never gonna run around and use dailies. I've been playing the action RPG rendition of Neverwinter. And been enjoying it. I made a Hunter Ranger, don't tell Matt. And yeah, been enjoying myself, going through all the areas, killing stuff. Like I say, there was a bit of a issue with it last week where there was a game-breaking bug in which the way that a lot of the quests are done is that you'll go into an area, you'll do your objectives, and then you'll collect a reward from a chest. After collecting that reward, you're then able to turn the quest in. Problem with the game at the time was that you could open the chest, it'd say there'd be a reward in there, and it would tell you your bags were full, regardless of whether you had any bag space or not. And because you couldn't take the items out of the chest, you couldn't then turn in the quest, which was
sounds great.
Propaganda.
Stupid.
It's propaganda.
Stupid. It's not propaganda if it's true.
Show me your evidence.
Let's see. The The 4 pages of forum posts, screenshots, a support ticket sent to Cryptic, and the no response as expected. No, they tell you if you're submitting a response, don't expect a reply.
But is that what they tell you?
Yeah. So because bug reports go to the developers, whereas support tickets go to the game hosts, and the game host can't fix development bugs, and developers won't just change stuff in the game at people's whims like GMs could. So it's compartmentalized. But yeah. So yeah, I've got all that proof. But yeah, I was having fun, and I had fun with I'm having fun with the Penny Arcade inspired side quests in the game as well. They've brought in the Acquisitions Incorporated D&D story, and that is now technically part of the Dungeons and Dragons universe. So yeah, I had fun. I shot stuff. I then also sliced stuff when they got too close to me. And now getting back into it, I'm level 41 out of 70, and
riding a horse.
Sounds like
fun.
fun.
Of course.
At least 30
Riding
hours.
Yeah. riding a horse, but from location to location that's actually condensed a little bit, so I can get to places quicker. But yeah. Now that I said my piece, has anyone seen the news in the Discord?
Yes.
I read the articles today, which is unusual for me. I usually forget about it.
I didn't read any of the articles, but I have already watched that video 2 weeks ago.
We'll get to that in a second, I think.
I don't get what you mean about a video 2 weeks ago, because that's not relating to the news that's actually on there.
I don't know.
That's the thing. All these news pieces have happened between Thursday and yesterday. So, yeah. Based on that, Duncan, since you've seen them, is there... Give me a number between 1 and 3.
1.
Well, the 1, why not?
1? Okay, fine. We'll start from the top. Sony aren't going to be at E3 this coming year.
To be honest, I kind of saw that happening.
Yeah, it's starting to becoming the long-line tradition of games publishers and developers not now needing the big developer conference hugging that is E3.
I think they'll just probably do their own one, because it'll be cheaper for them for one.
Well, yeah, we can't say we haven't saw it coming, have we? I mean, who was the first? Nintendo.
Yes.
They did Nintendo Direct. Bethesda are now doing their own stuff.
Yes.
So, who's actually going to E3?
Currently, at this point, it'll be...
Microsoft.
EA. Well, EA kind of experimented a little bit as well by having their own sort of thing. They have it on what the industry calls day 0 or day -1. Something that's in there. But yeah, them, Activision, Ubisoft.
Wow.
They'll be the big ones.
For now. Until they turn around and go, we're not coming.
Yeah, but I mean, this was also the fact that E3 had that break, didn't they, where they didn't have E3 for a couple of years. They had a smaller, more public access one called E for All.
E for All. Like
and
it
didn't do well. It turns out people don't like to go to adverts. You know, the whole thing is that E3 is meant to be a press event, isn't it? Like I say, it's just a big hugging. It's like the Oscars and stuff like that. It's just for like the industries to get in, pat themselves on the back, and talk about, you know,
and see how they can disappoint gamers this time.
Yeah, basically.
So
you know,
I have never been to or seen a single E3. I know so little about the event itself.
Think of RTX, but with more people going, yay!
I have a basic idea of like what it is, but like I just don't know anything about the actual going-ons.
I'll just say it the same way I just said it.
Yeah, it's what Steph said though. Basically, yeah. Think of taking the convention, but then just distilling all the community aspects and the fandom, and just having effectively people who are, you know, big supporters of those companies, then just sit there and clap for other developers, and, you know, just like, yeah, like I say, it's just a big loving. But yeah, so it's just a bit weird that Sony as big as they are at this point. I mean, Nintendo, they had their way. We've already discussed on previous week's podcast. They have a different way of dealing with the game industry that they've always done. I mean,
which they need to keep, and they need to never touch any other gaming. Keep it all party based, all home based. Be done with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's Nintendo's way of doing it, and it's working for them.
Of course, it's going to work for them. There's more families in the world that buy consoles than there is fucking single people. I bet.
Well, yeah. I mean, it always comes to that idea. We may have had that weird thing where maybe Nintendo, they struck gold that one time with the Wii, and we didn't think it was going to happen again, and then the Switch came out. But still, I mean, the fact that the problem that I've got is that with the big companies like Nintendo and Microsoft, they normally need these sort of big events because that's the way they get their big stories. Nintendo fans are going to watch a Nintendo Direct regardless of how good or bad it's going to be.
E3 is like kind of a selling point.
Yeah. Yeah, so that sort of thing. If something can turn around and say, oh yes, here we go, we were best in show at E3 2017. Here's our E3 award-winning video game.
Yeah.
It's something that they can shove on the front of a box.
And there was always the case to compare Sony to Microsoft, isn't it?
There's still a case for that. That case will never go.
Yeah, but this next year, I mean, it will go on. There will be just Microsoft.
Yeah, but PlayStation will set up their own thing, and it'll just be this from that.
Yeah, but this is well, according to this article from Variety anyway, it's the second time that Sony have cancelled something or made an announcement that they are not going to be doing something. They said they weren't going to be hosting a PlayStation Experience show, which immediately Microsoft did, and then they've done their, what do they have? XBO 18, I think it was called.
But is this the same as
just like
PlayStation said? We're not doing cross-platform. About a month later, we're doing cross-platform.
No. As of now, they've missed the PlayStation Experience thing that they would do. They missed the window to do that, and they said they're not going to be doing it. Leading to a concern in the industry that that there's a lack of titles for the PS4 at the moment, and that people are now clapping their hands together, going, "Oh yeah, there's going to be a PlayStation 5."
To be honest, Sony seems to send a lot of mixed messages because want the whole PlayStation about the player.
So they said again though that was another an E3 soundbite, wasn't it?
For the players.
Why they still use
their
it?
Slogan.
Yeah, but they use it still like fucking crazy, and yet they don't seem to do anything for the player.
Well, now they say for the players, don't they? It's not necessarily for you.
I don't see them do fuck off for anyone.
No, they haven't done anything for me either. I mean Tetris Effect, but that wasn't Sony.
That's whoever made that.
Yeah, that was Enhanced Studios and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean that leads to a question then. So a big question that I'd ask on that. Nothing very spot call on this. It's just a simple opinion. Do we need E3 anymore?
No. I don't think we've needed it since the beginning.
No, probably not. I mean, we have the internet now. Everyone can just do their own thing. It's like you want to know what a company's doing.
Yeah.
Let them put out a video. They'll throw it up on
before
YouTube or some
before the
first-party
internet,
website
I'd say,
or whatever.
He's got it there. Before the internet, definitely. But now the internet seems to be becoming like one of them things that everyone has. Everyone can get online somehow.
Everybody who really cares about what Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo or any other gaming company is doing has access to the internet.
So why go to E3 to get someone to report it, to put in a magazine for them, when they can just literally turn around and go, yeah, we'll stick it on our own website. Our own people will watch it. Our supporters will watch it.
It's a grandfather's tradition,
Yeah, it's cheaper for them. In complete long run, it's cheaper for them, and hopefully with that they may bring game prices down, but I doubt it.
I think of it as the other way as well. It's right, the internet and the print media, stuff like that. I mean, I don't think now as the games industry we need to be holding out all our, or like companies need to be holding all their big news for 1 week per year, when they could keep the hype machine going
all
all
year
year
round. Yeah.
Yeah, whenever a development comes up, put it out, and then keep.
But that's when things like
it rolling.
leak.
I guess that's where you lead to problems like BlizzCon and stuff like that. Diablo Immortals. But yeah, no, I think we as a
gaming community,
generation, and gaming community like information. We don't like being told coming soon. We don't like, oh, we promise it'll be good.
Yeah, well, it's like here we are. We're at a point where we're waiting all year for this big event, which is just going to tell us that we have to wait basically another year for stuff to come out. It's just like, oh my god, just tell us when it's coming out already.
What was the game that got announced at E3? Still gets put up in E3 and yet still hasn't come out. In Anthem,
quite a lot of them.
It wasn't Anthem in for 2 years.
No. Well, they've given information, but like I say, that's an EA sort of thing. EA have their own problems, like, actually, trying to speak to their customers like customers and not
money
pigs.
Cows.
Yeah. But
they milk me for all my money.
That's the thing. I mean, I guess you got your stuff like Death Stranding and stuff like that, but that's a Hideo Kojima thing, and Hideo got a Hideo. He does what he does. And he's independent now, so you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. But yeah, no, I would also agree. We don't need E3 anymore. We're in that age where we're in that idea where we don't need to be drip fed information. Just let us know. We'll decide. And if we like it, we can carry on. And just at that point, also just be ready to give us information. Don't hang us on tenterhooks. If you've got a game that you're gonna shelve, just shelve it. Just tell us. Don't make us wait 2 years and then go, oh yeah, that game that you were looking forward to, we're not doing it now. We've moved everyone onto a mobile game instead. I might be a little bitter, but
a little.
Maybe.
I think Blizzard's fucking in a blizzard at the minute.
Oof, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's like, it's just the way it's going to go. Like I say, if you're going to shelve something, just shelve it. Just do it.
No,
maybe let us know about something else instead. Good news, bad news.
Yeah, they did.
Speaking of...
They called it an MMO and on your phone.
No. Anyway, moving on. I'll choose the next one. We'll go with that one. The one from The Verge. A few weeks back, 8 weeks ago, we knew that Telltale Studios went down from a big company to a skeleton crew of
I thought
people.
I thought they were completely gone.
No, now they will be. No.
Yay! The thing that I thought was happening.
They went from okay, we're just gonna finish the next couple of things, finish up all of the things that we need to do. To like, no, we're turning off like tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah. They've basically
doing
a business version. Yeah, they're doing a business version of filing for bankruptcy at this point now. They've now got a creditor. They're working with administrators. They're shutting everything down. Stuff on Steam that was Telltale Games some of them have been pulled from the Steam marketplace.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Though the final season of The Walking Dead was only temporarily pulled, and is now back. But that also definitely means Stranger Things and The Wolf Among Us
Not coming.
aren't going to happen.
No.
Yeah.
We kind of knew that anyway. When they did the Skeleton Crew and when Skybound took over the final series of the Walking Dead game, but it's a shame. It's depressing, but I guess there was only so much that could be done. When you had the working formula, but when the working formula was all you had, it's
Yeah, no, it's a shame.
I think the biggest problem was having few projects at the same time.
There's too many things going on.
Too many people, too many projects, not enough cash flow. So yeah, that's what killed them, I think.
Yeah, and then when you then look at those games, and like I say, the formula was kind of the same.
Yeah.
The way that the dialogue happened, you did your little quick time events. You know, the characters would remember you. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah, it is a problem when every game is kind of more or less the same. You know, eventually people sort of get like, all right, okay, is there gonna be anything different? No, all right, I guess I won't buy the next one. You know, I mean, what do you got to do different things. You know, every company does different things. You know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, try something for good or for real. Like, you know, I mean, you know, I can sit there and rag on Ubisoft, but at least they were trying slight different things for the Assassin's Creed games, rather than it just being, you know, rather than just walk up, stab someone, do different mini games, different ways of lore, different storylines, you know, add a leveling system if you really wanted to, stuff like that. The main, at that point, the main core of the game's still there. You are an assassin, assassinating people, but the way you could do it would change. With Telltale games, it didn't matter whether it was a Walking Dead game, whether it was the Guardians game, whether it was Game of Thrones, stuff like that. The only thing that was different was the setting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a shame, but it'll just be another one of those lessons learned sort of things. But yeah, that was the depressing news, and now we lead to the odd news.
Odd news,
before we wrap up. Who still plays League of Legends?
Nope.
Not me.
No.
No, but we all still know about League of Legends.
Yes. Yep.
And there was two pieces of news that happened last week with League of Legends. One, well, sort of last week, 2 weeks ago. One, they had they've had lawsuits filed against them for harassment in the workplace. But don't want to talk about that because that's sort of the depressing sort of idea.
Didn't that already happen?
Maybe. No.
Or was that a different company?
In the last 2 weeks.
I don't remember. Someone recently got sued for harassment in the workplace, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna make it better," and then we didn't hear anything about it again.
No, it's an active case at the moment. I know that there was complaints. People came out about harassment in the workplace with Riot, and that led them to do their open letter and how they were going to improve. But that didn't stop people from actually suing them, and so be it. We'll see how that goes.
All right.
The other one is
the end of Riot.
The other one is at the end of the.
It's gonna be the end of Riot.
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, damn it.
It'll hurt them.
League of Legends won't be getting a new champion anytime soon.
No. Anyway, that was a slight thing there. But now the other one is at the end of the World Championships, they did a marketing opportunity, introduced a new set of character skins based on the fact that they've got that League of Legends now has its own fictional K-pop band.
Didn't they already have this anyway?
No, they had their own heavy metal band called Pentakill.
But I thought that's why they brought out Pop Harry or whatever it fucking was.
The type skins. But no, they actually have a fictitious girl band now called Kadar. Or Kills / Death Assists. K/DA. Yeah, so it's the idea of taking on K-pop. I mean, the finals were in Korea. It kind of made sense through all that. That's not the story, though. The story is that the fact that their song that they brought out to announce these
9,000
skins.
copies.
Thanks, Steph.
Just let him introduce the fucking article, Stefan. Jesus.
No, never.
Fucking global mute this asshole.
Yeah. So the fact that I was getting there, 9,000 copies. What is this? Fucking mock the week. Do I give the answer and then you try and guess what the article is? Anyway, yeah, it is. This song to advertise skins has topped the Billboard charts in America.
Yeah, have you watched
Or
it?
in the world songs. No.
Watch it. It is amazing.
It's actually a really good video. You should check it out.
Okay, I guess I will get around to it. It just made it odd for me. It's,
It's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's actually
Really?
like a legitimately good song.
It was released on
Right.
YouTube in November the 3rd, and
Yeah,
it has
it was
already
done-
amassed over 60 million views.
Yeah, because like I said, it was the song during the finals of the 2018 World Championships for League of Legends, which I watched, and it was a shame. We nearly had European champions. We didn't. That's now like 5 straight wins by by an Asian team of the championships. But it will be Europe's time next year.
I love the fact.
And of course, America, nowhere on the map because Americans are terrible at esports.
But they've got the personalities though.
But I love the fact I've gone straight to the bottom of this article just to read the bottom of it. That's underneath the live action video of some women doing it.
Yeah. Well, no, they are.
Oh, they are actual
They
voices
are
behind
the artists.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
It's doing this classic thing where we're sort of what do they call them, like Vocaloid bands and stuff like that. Is that they will have
Gorillas.
Yeah, in the sense, yeah, is that there'll be this fictional band doing the production, but when it comes to actual performance, they'll get like the voice artists for them. So yeah, they were the 4 people doing it. So there's a couple of US stars and then people from an actual K-pop group.
I do like the fact that it goes at the end of it. It doesn't seem to have hit the UK. However, it's only currently 75 on the official download chart.
That's 75. It only takes a few hundred more copies and to end up into the top 40. And I mean, to be honest, for the UK, it is such a derivative music scene at the moment. I could hear 10 different songs and wouldn't know that they've switched from one song to the other because they all sound the same.
What's the song actually called?
The song isn't the song just called Pop/Stars?
Okay,
Yeah.
it's dropped down to 83.
Oh no.
I've just clicked on the thing. It's dropped down to 83.
Well, you know how it works. It'll be on Spotify somewhere.
Sucker
listen
Punch
to it and repeat a few
has
thousand
gone
times.
up to 78. I don't know what Sucker Punch
Wow.
is.
No, but I like this sort of idea of like virtual bands topping charts for stuff for games. This is again coming up to the fact that I remember playing the rhythm game Child of Eden. All the songs in that were done by a virtual group involving. It was weird. Yeah, the group was called Genki Rockets, and the concept behind the group was that it was a co-production between the guy who made the games and this a couple of pop singers, or like K-pop singers or whatever, J-pop at the time, which is part Japanese. But the idea is that Genki Rockets consisted of a 17-year-old girl named Lumi who was born on the International Space Station and has never stepped a foot on Earth.
Okay.
And if you think I was joking about that description there, but this is it's stuff like that. Genki Rockets, and what's the big one in Japan? What is it? Hatsune Miku, some weird blue-haired Vocaloid girl.
Yeah, it's from the near future and I don't know. I don't know her backstory. She's a K-pop idol. Or J-pop idol. That's all I know about her.
I think the weirdest thing was seeing her on a US talk show.
US talk show.
Like
what?
Yeah. They got a hologram of Hatsune Miku on a US talk show. Well, let me just so we can wrap this up and this is how odd the video gamer music industry is. Do some talking while I'm typing.
To be honest, I still prefer 2017 Legends Never Die. It's much more better song for me than the actual one, the new one.
Was that the Pentakills one, or was that just the World Championship song?
World Championship with against the current band.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I've just put a link into the Discord, by the way. She was on. She. It's great. As far as they're concerned, the character is real. It's a she. She was on David Letterman.
David Letterman.
She was on David Letterman, and my God, you could see there's an image. You can see the confusion on David Letterman's face. It's just like, what is this? But yeah.
Okay, I've just refreshed the official charts, by the way. It's no longer in the top 100.
Oh
My God.
Oh well, it was good while it lasted. League of Legends.
15 minutes of fame.
I'm going to go off and watch I think we're going to wrap this up, and I'm going to go off and watch the League of Legends and WWE promotional crossover.
Oh, this is a thing.
Oh boy.
Which is a team of 4 main roster WWE wrestlers, with the team captain of Cutie Pie from the North American League of Legends scene, and a team of NXT wrestlers headed by Tyler One, also of the US League of Legends scene, in a 5-on-5 Summoner's Rift match to determine who is the better wrestling team of game players.
Fascinating.
It'll be cool. Apparently one of the female wrestlers just kicks the shit out of someone.
So they should.
Not really. I mean, just in the game. Let's just say if I end up, I've saw some of the highlights for it. If you mid lane against Seth Rollins, don't worry, you got an easy win. Yeah, but if you come up against a mid laner called Dakota Kai, just go. just bye bye. Anyway, we will wrap this up.
Yeah,
I think.
I have to say, I actually kind of want to play League of Legends now. I really do. It's been a long time.
I've got an idea. I think I've got an idea. I'm running it through with Matt of us trying to see if we can do a fantasy football style thing with the next season of League of Legends. We just have to choose an area of the world which might be entertaining.
Korea.
Yeah. Oh, if you want to be depressed on how you will never be as good as them.
And?
Sure, but we'll make a decision of it. It's something that will be happening soon. We're just going to try and run through the semantics of how we can actually get it to work. But until then, please do the like, share, subscribe thing with the bell if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to it on iTunes, which no one actually is at the moment, it's a hint. Try and subscribe to the feed on there, and you'll get all the new ones. We have an RSS feed. I went and updated the website until we get the new version of the website up, so everything is up to date there now. Yippee!
Hey,
sounds good.
I spent my Friday doing that.
Good Friday.
It was a good Friday.
Not like the holiday. That's
No, not that. It was a separate, yeah. But yeah, cheers, Duncan.
Yep. Thank
Darius,
you, everyone.
Stefan.
see you, everyone.
And,
See you.
Yeah,
Bye
we'll
bye.
See you next week. Please have a good week and don't kill each other.
Kill
And
each
if you
other.
do, I'll help you hide the bodies.
Jesus
Dump them
Christ.
in the river.
I gotta stop saying that. Oh my God. Right. Okay.